Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In previous video, I've already shown you a quick overview of the music player which we are going to develop through the entire series. Okay, so if you have not watched that video, then just go to description. There I put the link to my previous video, or you can simply do one thing, just click on the suggestion on the right side of your screen. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to design this one. It means that how to fetch the songs from our internal storage and show it over here. Here you can see this, all the song which is in my phone is being shown over here, and the design for this one, how the text is moving if the name is larger than the display size. And here you can see this, if I rotate this still will look nice and adapt according to the screen size. Okay, so let's start this without wasting time. So let me close this one and I'm going to create a new project. So file, and click on new project, select empty activity, click on next, and you can name anything. I'm going to name this one M player video, like this, and click on finish. Its language is Java and I have selected the API 28. Click on finish. This will create a new project within few seconds. Completely depends on your system configuration. And yeah, the Gradle build is running right now. We have to wait for a few seconds. Okay, so now it's started. First thing what we have to do is we have to ask for the user permission to allow or deny the local storage access. To ask the access from the user, we have to give the permission to the app. For that, just go to Android manifest file, double click on this, and here we have to add a user permission. So in this we have to write user permission Android and the read external storage. This one we have to provide this Android.permission.read external storage to our app, so that we can actually read the internal storage of the device on which the application is installed and fetch the songs and display that on the fields. Okay, after this what we have to do is, let me just save this and close this. After this we have to actually add one more Gradle in the Gradle file, build.gradle. Inside this one we have to add one dependency that will actually customize pop-up. Whenever we install a new app, there must be something ask the user, that allow or deny, that type of interface we are going to implement. So we don't need to develop that complete pop-up. So what we are going to do is we are going to use one dependency. That dependency is Dexter. Let me just open this, and here you can see this, the link is here, https://github.com, and it's Dexter. What happens with the Dexter? Here you can see this, it asks like this one, and what actually helps. Dexter is an Android library that simplifies the process of requesting permission at the runtime. So they're going to actually use this Dexter. Okay, so we have to just copy this one and move back to our project, and here we have to simply add this. After this, just click on sync now. Now our syncing is done. After this, what we have to do is we have to move back over here in the Android activity, and here we have to ask from the user for the permission. Okay, so make some space, and I'm going to write a method for this, public void runtime permission, like this. And here I have to write Dexter. We have already added the dependency Dexter, and when I click on enter, and here you can see this, the library is imported automatically over here. Okay, so Dexter dot with context, and inside this one pass this dot with permission, and inside this one manifest dot permission dot read external storage dot with listener new permission listener. When we click on this, the methods which we need is already over here. Okay, so inside this one we have to actually call other methods. So for now we just check that if this one is working fine or not. And we have to call this method on create. So I'm going to call this runtime permission, and let's start this and let's check if this one is working or not. If it asks for permission or not. Okay, it will take few seconds to install at least. Okay, this time it directly open the app. So what we have to do is just move back over here, just go inside this one, that is resources, and go to layout. In the activity underscore main, what we have to do is just remove these view first. I don't need this text view, just delete this, and we have to add one list view inside this one and change this constraint layout to relative layout, and just add one list view because we are going to show the song list. Okay, so match parent and match parent. After this, we have to set the divider, and divider will be @Android and color transparent. After this, I have to set the padding of 9 dp, and I have to set the ID for this one. This will be list underscore view, not list view. Okay, and divider height will be 10.sp, like this. Now we have added this, and move back over here, and we have to actually initialize this one. So I have to initialize this list view and list view like this. I need one variable, string array, so that we can store the names. Okay, song names. So string, and I'm going to name this one items like this, and we have to register that list view over here. So list view is equal to, and we have to typecast this to list view, find view by id r.id.list view, like this one. After this, let's start this once again and let's check. Okay, this is empty because we haven't added any stuff inside this one. So let me close this, move back over here. Okay, oh sorry, I have missed one stuff. Here I have to just type this. I missed this method dot check. That's why it's not showing the pop-up. It's haven't asked for the permission. So when I type check, now here you can see this, allow mPlayer video to access photos, media and files on your device. If I deny this, for now, if I allow and deny, nothing will happen, because on permission granted, nothing, I have coded anything, and on permission denied, we haven't coded anything. So I'm not going to do anything for now. Let me just close this. Okay. After this, now we have added the list view inside this one, and let's start this once again, and let me just show you one small stuff. So allow this. Okay, here you can see the color for this one is different, but in our app which we are going to develop, in this one the color code is different. Here you can see this. So first I'm going to set the color for this one. So for that, just go to values, go to colors, and here we have to change these two color name. Okay, so change this one to 006CFF, and this one to 1E6CD6. Now restart the app and let's check. I've restarted the app. Yeah, mPlayer video, and here you can see this, the color is now changed. In the same way, we have to also change the color for this one, the background color for this one. So for this, what I have to do is just move back over here, and here we have to set the background, and here I have to set hash 1E6CD6, this one. Okay, after this, what we have to do is just move back over here, and we have given the permission. Now we have to actually create one item view, that will be the list view actually. Okay, so here in this you can see this, in this one, for every song there is one view. Okay, one view associated to particular song. Okay, so we have to create this view. For that, what I have to do is just move back over here in the layout, and we have to create one new layout. So right click, new, layout resource file, and here we have to create list items. Click on OK. A new item will be created over here. To add the background, we have to create one view for that. So right click on this, and inside this one I'm going to set this list underscore background bg, and this is not of type selected, this is of type shape. So select the shape and click on OK, and here you can see this. Here we have to actually add few stuff, that is shape is rectangular. After this we have to add solid, color will be hash 1e6e d6. It's hash actually, yeah, this one. And just close this. After this we have stroke, and this is the width for this one will be 2 dp, and color will be yellow. For that I'm going to write the color code D6B8 1B. Here you can see this, the border is of yellow color. Okay, let me just close this. Now our list BG is ready. So let me just close this one and move back over here to the list item, and here we have to start coding. So first thing what I have to do is I have to just go to the split, remove this one, change this one constraint layout to card view. Okay, after this what you have to do is just I have to add few more properties inside this one, that is margin end, and here I have to set 8 dp, and margin top 8 dp, margin start 8 dp, elevation I'm going to set some elevation for this one, that will also be 8 dp, like this. After this I have to add one relative layout inside this one, relative layout, and the height and width will be match parent, and this one is wrap content. Okay, like this one. We have to set some padding for the relative layout, so I'm going to set some padding, and I'm going to set this 8 dp, and some background for this one for sure, because we have already created the background, that is drawable, the drawable list VG. Here you can see this. Now this one is set, and inside this relative layout we actually need two stuff, that is one image view and one text in which we are going to show the name. So I'm going to start with the image view, this one, and this will be of 45 dp, and the height will be also 45 dp, like this. And ID, I'm going to set the ID for this one, so ID will be song image, layout margin start, it will be true, no, not this one, layout align parent start, yeah, this one will be true. After this we have to change this property to align parent end, not end, top actually, parent top, change this one to true. After this we have to set few more properties, that is margin end, this one will be 5 dp, it's dp actually. After this we have margin start, and I have to set 5 dp. After this we have to set the background for this one, so background will be drawable list VG, like this, yeah, this one is good. And we have to set some actually image inside this one. To add the image we have to add one vector asset inside this one. So go to drawable, right click on this and select vector asset, and here we have to just click on this one and search for music like this. Select this one, click on OK and change the name to IC music or whatever you feel like. Just click on next. Oh, not next, this needs to be in the white color, so I need it in white, so select the white. Next and click on finish. This will add a IC underscore music, so I'm going to set the image inside this one. So src will be drawable IC music, hit enter, and here you can see this. Now the image is set. After this we have to add one text view. Okay, so I'm going to add one text view inside this one. So text view, and this will be the wrap content, width will be wrap content, the height will be 45 dp. Okay, after this I'm going to set the ID. So ID will be txt song. After this, align parent end true, margin start, margin start, and we have to make this one 5 dp. Margin end, this also be 5 dp. After this, to end of ID, and it will be song image. After this, padding will be 6 dp. Text color, I need to set the text color to white, so hash 6 times F. Okay, after this we have to set the text style, so I'm going to set the text style to bold, and I'm going to set some text for now to see how actually it look. So song name. Okay, this one is looking nice. After this I have to set the text size. I'm going to set this one to 18 dp. Now this one is looking really nice. After this I need only single line, so I'm going to set the single line to true, so that if the name is long, then still it needs to be in the single line. Okay, after this, mark you repeat limit, mark you forever, and ellipse size, set this one to mark you, and scroll horizontal true, like this. Now our design is also ready, the list view is also ready. Now finally what we have to do is just close everything, and we have to just keep this one open, that is main activity. Here first thing what we have to do is we have to actually find the songs, then search it, then load it inside this one, and finally load these songs inside this activity underscore main inside this one with the actually this list item view. Okay, so first move back over here, and first what we have to do is we have to find the songs. So make some space over here, and we have to write public array list. Inside this one we have to pass the file. This is a file type actually. This will the return. We have to just click alt enter, so that the library dependency for this one will be added on the top. Here you can see this for the file. Yeah, we have added this. Let me just minimize this. Move back over here, and public array list file. This method will return this type of data, that will be the of array list, and the generic type will be file. Okay, I'm going to name this one FindSong, and this will accept one file type stuff, file type argument. Okay, I'm going to name this one file like this, and inside this one we have created array list of type file. Okay, new array list, file. I'm going to name this one files is equal to file dot list files. After this, we have to write a for loop. Okay, I have to write this one. Single file colon files, and we have to check that if the file which we are going to fetch is in directory is not hidden. Single file dot is directory and not single file is hidden. Then we have to add this to array list dot add all. Inside this one we have to call the method that is find song and single file, like this. In the else condition, what we have to do is we have to check that if single file dot get name dot end with dot mp3, that will be the file which our app will support. And another thing we have to check for single file dot get name dot ends with, and we have to write dot wav. We have to check for only these two, and if this satisfies then dot add, and we have to add this one. Okay, and finally we have to return this array list. We will return this array list. Okay, so now the find song task is done. Now this method is ready. We are going to actually use this method in the another method. Okay, that will be the display song. So in this one I'm going to write a method that is actually public void display. This method is not going to return anything. Display song. Inside this one we are going to set the adapter and other stuff. So first thing, I'm going to create a array list. So array list, and inside this one I have to type file my songs, and I have to call this method find song, and we have to pass the context. It is environment dot get, sorry, not the context, external storage directory. We have to pass the directory from where we are going to fetch the songs. Okay, so it's showing some type of error. Let me just check. This is not state, this is directory actually. Yeah, now it's good. After this we have to search for items is equal to new string, and we have to pass this my songs dot size. For int I is equal to 0, I should be less than my songs dot size and I plus plus, and we have to start adding into the items at a particular index. So items I is equal to my songs dot get, and we have to pass the index value that will be in I. So dot get name dot to string dot replace. I'm going to replace the extension that dot mp3 with null and dot wav with null. Okay, so replace dot mp3 with null and dot replace dot wav with null, like this one. Change the line, not change the line, we have to actually get out of this for loop. Okay, after this what we have to do is we can actually directly show these all data. Now we have fetched the song, we can actually show these all data in the song, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to directly connect the adapter with this one, the list view. Okay, so for that what I have to do is I have to just make some space over here, and we have to create a custom class. So custom adapter, and this will extend base adapter like this, Inside this one, this will actually show some error. So what we have to do is just hover over this, click on this, implement methods, and select all methods and click on OK. This will create these methods, and we have to make few modifications inside this one. First thing, this will return items.length, and inside these two we don't need to make changes. Inside this one we have to actually set the view. So what we have to do is just type view is equal to get layout inflator dot inflate. Inside this one we have to pass the layout, so layout dot list item dot null, like this. And finally we have to check this text view, and we have to set the DexterSong is equal to, and we have to extract this from view dot find view by id r dot id dot, and we have set this DexterSong, the view name, and we have one DexterSong dot set selected is true, and DexterSong dot set text items, and we have to pass the position, this one. If this is different in your system, then you have to write this over here. So now this is ready, our custom adapter. So we have to set the adapter over here. So for that, what we have to do is simply write this line of code, that is custom adapter is equal to new custom adapter. We have created the object for this, and ListView dot set adapter, and we have to just pass custom adapter like this one. Okay, we have to now call this method, that is, okay, it's not showing error. We have to simply allow over here on permission granted and on permission this one. So we have to call this method. So for that, what I have to do is just move back over here, and after this we have to simply call this, that is DisplaySongs. Okay, and inside this one, on permission phrase relational should be shown, and here what we have to do is we have to just simply write permission token dot continue permission request. And now start this, and let's check how this actually looks. And so this is AMP layer, so I'm going to close this one. We are working on AMP layer video, so move back over here, and this one move back over here. Okay, so somehow this one is being crashed, so let me check what exactly happens. So what we did is we actually missed one small stuff. We have to return this view, but here we have returned the null. So we have to change this one to view, and let's restart this and let's check. So I've restarted the application, and here you can see this AMP player video, and every song which is in my app or which is in my internal storage is being shown over here. Let me just show you in the internal storage. So let me just open my internal storage. Yeah, here in the files, and here you can see this. We have only these Call Me tunes which I have downloaded from the internet. Okay, so now here you can see this. If I uninstall this, and let me just install this once again so that we can see the functionality from the start. Just okay this. Okay, so let me stop this one and start once again. Now this time the app is being installed, and here you can see this installation is done. Now allow AMP player video to access photos, media and files on your device. Allow this, and here you can see this, everything is visible. Okay, so that's it for this video guys. Thanks for watching. Please hit like, subscribe and share with your friends, and stay tuned.